Welcome to the Belated Tech Channel's 46th edition of the Tesla and SpaceX Redux. We are reviewing the milestones that occurred on each day in the week of August 2nd through August 8th in the history of Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, The Boring Company, and Elon Musk's other various business ventures. August 2nd, 2020. The Demo 2 Crew Dragon mission splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico near Pensacola, Florida on this date. The capsule and its astronauts, Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley, were recovered by the SpaceX recovery vessel Go Navigator shortly after. Notably, the Demo 2 return marks the first splashdown in 45 years for NASA astronauts, as well as the first splashdown of a crew spacecraft in the Gulf of Mexico. Behnken and Hurley launched atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket on May 30th, with the Crew Dragon spacecraft reaching the International Space Station the next day. The pair spent 63 days at the space station, where they tested out the SpaceX capsule systems and features. Behnken and Hurley named the spacecraft Endeavour, a moniker shared by the Space Shuttle Orbiter, which both astronauts had flown on before, as well as the command module of the Apollo 15 mission. Apollo 15 launched on July 26, 1971, landed on the moon on July 30th, and splashed down on Earth on August 7th. We covered Apollo 15 in Milestones 113, and Demo 2 in Short 14, Short 17 through 22, Short 24, Short 26, and Short 30. August 3rd, 2017. Musk tweeted on this date, quote, "Looking forward to launching NASA astronauts to the International Space Station next year." The SpaceX CEO was referring to the crew variant of the Dragon capsule, as Starship was still on the drawing board. The company began development of the Dragon 2 in 2011 and revealed the prototype in 2014, the same year that SpaceX landed a contract with NASA to launch astronauts by 2017. Developmental teething problems delayed the unmanned test of the Dragon to March of 2019, and a disastrous abort test that destroyed the capsule on the ground delayed the first manned flight until May of 2020. That flight, Demo 2, was a success, paving the way for the Crew 1 and Crew 2 flights later in 2020 and early 2021. Crew 3 is expected to launch as early as October of 2021. We covered Crew 2 in Short 48, Short 50, and Milestones 91. August 4th, 2010. The SpaceX CEO said in an interview with the UK newspaper The Guardian near this date, quote, "I'm planning to retire to Mars. It would be a good place to retire." Musk then added, quote, "One of the long-term goals of SpaceX is, ultimately, to get the price of transporting people and product to Mars to be low enough and with high enough reliability that if someone wanted to sell all their belongings and move to a new planet and forge a new civilization, they could do so." He gave a 20-year timeline for when manned missions to Mars would commence. Most people are probably unaware that Musk is a certified pilot who flew his own jet fighter before grounding himself after his fourth and fifth child was born, and is an accomplished applied physicist and engineer. Given reasonable physical fitness, it isn't a stretch to consider the SpaceX CEO eventually becoming a pioneering astronaut to Mars and one of its settlers. As of the date of this video, Musk has deflected further talk of him retiring to the Red Planet, preferring instead to focus on the more immediate issues of getting the company's Starship interplanetary spacecraft to Earth orbit, and then to the Moon. August 5th, 2014, the AsiaSat-8 satellite was lifted to orbit on a Falcon 9 1.1 rocket, booster unknown, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. No attempt was made to recover the booster. It was the first time SpaceX managed a launch site turnaround between two flights of under a month, in this case 22 days. The geosynchronous transfer orbit launch of the large communications satellite from Hong Kong did not allow for propulsive return over water and controlled splashdown of the first stage. August 6, 2019. The Amos 17 satellite was lifted to orbit on a Falcon 9 B5 rocket Booster 1047, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. No attempt was made to recover the booster. Following the loss of Amos 6 in September of 2016, Spacecom was granted a free launch in compensation for the lost satellite. Due to the free launch, Spacecom was able to expend the booster without the extra cost that comes with expending a booster, and thus could reach final orbit quicker. This booster became the second Block 5 booster to be expended. For the second time, the Mystery recovery ship managed to catch a fairing half directly into its net. August 7th, 2020, the Starlink 9 cluster of 57 satellites was lifted to orbit on a Falcon 9 B5 rocket, Booster 1051, from the Kennedy Space Center's Launch Complex 39A on this date. The booster returned to a drone ship. It was the 9th operational and 10th launch of Starlink satellites. In addition to the Starlink satellites, the Falcon 9 carried 2 Black Sky spy satellites as a rideshare. After being previously tested on a single Starlink satellite, the Starlink 9 cluster of all 57 satellites included a VisorSat apparatus to reduce their brightness. August 8th, 2018. Elon Musk tweeted infamously near this date, quote, "Am considering taking Tesla private at $420. Funding secured. Shareholders could either sell at $420 or hold shares and go private." The text initiated a firestorm over the next several weeks, with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission eventually stepping in and levying sanctions on both Musk and Tesla. The company paid a $20 million fine, Musk was forced to step down as chairman for a period of 3 years, and Tesla was required to proctor Musk's tweets that referred to the EV maker. A shareholder suit was filed against Tesla, but the company avoided any significant additional financial consequences. Ironically, following the Model 3 start of continuous production, the company's shares skyrocketed to near $4,500 pre-split, making any litigation over Musk's tweet moot. As of the date of this video, Tesla's shares hover around $3,400 pre-split. Musk is eligible to be re-elected chairman later in 2021. We covered Musk and Tesla sparring with the SEC since 2018 in Milestones 99 and Milestones 106. Before we get to the current event of the week, we wanted to see if you enjoyed this 46th episode of Belated Tech's Tesla and SpaceX Redux. If so, click that like button. Did you agree with our choices, or are there other events that were better? Go ahead and share with us by dropping a comment below. And if you have suggestions for an event in the future, we'll take those too. We'll credit events we pick for future videos to those viewers that post them. We hope you have been enjoying our content. Have we earned your subscription to our channel? If yes, and you have not yet taken the opportunity to subscribe, please take a moment to do so now, and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. We want to continue delivering great content to you. You can always unsubscribe, and subscribing is free. On July 11th, 2021, Virgin Galactic Chief Astronaut Instructor Beth Moses, the 63rd woman to fly in space, the 7th commercial astronaut and the first female commercial astronaut, repeated her feat as part of the crew of the Unity 22 mission to suborbital space. Company founder Sir Richard Branson was also part of the crew. Moses earned bachelor's and master's degrees in aeronautical and astronautical engineering from the Purdue University School of Aeronautics and Astronautics, and was a senior engineer in the NASA JSC EVA project office. She eventually worked for NASA as the assembly manager for the International Space Station, which led the global program of human-in-the-loop testing, which designed, developed, and verified the spacewalk mechanisms used to assemble and maintain the station. She joined Virgin Galactic in 2018 to create their training program for suborbital civilian astronauts that would purchase seats on Spaceship Two spacecraft. Links to some of our most recent episodes can be found in the description section below. You can peruse our entire 250 plus video library by looking at our playlists, which conveniently sort videos by subject. We announce all new videos on our microblogging accounts, which are listed below, as well as in the community feed for this channel. Want to know how to navigate our channel content? We refer to retrotech and innovation documentary segments as episodes. Coverage of current events in space exploration, science, and technology are labeled as shorts. Space and tech history are documented in an anthology called Milestones. And gameplay recordings can be discovered on the Belated Tech gaming channel in videos called walkthroughs and side missions. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed and Minds page, where we post content from our upcoming episodes and from episodes past that you may have missed, and where we cover current news and events related to channel content. Thanks for watching.